Many call it the first rock and roll record because of its driving rhythm and its distorted guitar. But that sound really came about by accident. This is Tom A. with the true tale of Rocket 88 on West Coast Ramble. Please like and subscribe. Like most great music or art, it usually comes together with a bunch of loose plans, a couple happy accidents, and before you know it, you've got something special. Let's start back in early 1951. B.B. King, yes, that B.B. King, is playing the circuit around Cleveland, along with another band, Ike Turner and the Kings of Rhythm. B.B. King takes a liking to this band and suggests to Ike Turner, the leader of the band, yes, that Ike Turner, that he contact a producer down in Memphis named Sam Phillips. Yes, that's Sam Phillips. Sam had started the Memphis recording service and was working with B.B. King at the time. B.B. King realized that Ike Turner and the Kings of Rhythm had that R&B sound that Sam was looking for. That really raw R&B sound. It was different from other black artists at the time like Duke Ellington or Nat King Cole, which is more palatable to white audiences. Sam wanted to capture the raw R&B music he had heard live in clubs around Memphis. The band was young, with Ike Turner on piano, Willie Sims on drums, 17-year-old Raymond Hill on tenor sax, and Willie Kizart on guitar. They had been playing covers at venues between Cleveland and their hometown of Clarksdale, Mississippi, and this was their chance to finally lay it down and record. Ike Turner contacts Sam Phillips on a Monday, and by Wednesday, the whole band takes a trip up to Memphis from Clarksdale, Mississippi, and they brought everything in one car.
We done packed up in those days, man. All of us was in one car with all of the instruments, the PA system. We didn't know you didn't need a PA system in a recording studio, but we got the PA system, all the horns, the big upright bass sitting on top of the car. Yeah. You know, we had to wrap it up in the top hole and then put it on top of the car.
Yeah. Now here's how one little accident changes the course of rock and roll history. On the trip from Clarksdale to Memphis, Willie Kizart's amp falls out of the car, and the speaker is busted. There's different stories on how the amp fell out of the car. One story is that the amp slid off the roof because it was raining. I assumed that the equipment was covered on top of the roof. The other story is that they got a flat tire, and when they went to go get the new tire out of the trunk, they accidentally pulled the amp out and it fell on the ground and busted the cone. And on top of that, they needed an original song to record when they got there, and this long trip gave them a chance to do that.
And so we took off on our way to Memphis. Man, it was raining real bad. And so we started thinking, man, what are we going to record? We got nothing to record. And so then, long story short, we used to bet on cars. Somebody said, well, I take Chrysler. Somebody said, I'll take Ford. Somebody said, I'll take Chevrolets or whatever. And we would bet we would see more of this car than that car, or either less this car than that car. We count every car we meet. Uh-huh. It was just two lanes in those days, one going, one coming, you know. Right. And so, anyway, we came up with this Rocket 88. It just had came out. And so it was suggested that let's write a song about the Oldsmobile. You know, to my fast to go, because that thing was fast then, you know, compared to the Buicks and all those cars in those days. So we started writing the song Rocket 88.
Ike Turner and Jackie Brenston write their song on the way up to Memphis. It's about the Oldsmobile 88, and they call it the Rocket 88. The song is about cars, girls, good times, mixed in with a bunch of innuendos. They arrive at the Memphis recording service with a halfway completed song and a broken amp. Sam Phillips halfway fixes the broken amp by shoving newspaper and brown packing paper to secure the cone. In the studio, Ike takes about 15 or 20 minutes to arrange the song with Jackie Brenston on vocals, and they're ready to go.
So we wrote as much as we could. We get to Memphis. Then we started putting the verses in the right place on Rocket 88. And then this woman typed it out. And so it took me about, 15, 20 minutes to do the music. And so then, man, then we didn't have no stereo and stuff. We had to go from tape to tape.
The guitar tone has a buzz to it because of the paper that Sam Phillips shoved behind the cone to hold it in place. You might think it was strange, but Sam dug the new sound. I just wanted to make sure I did something that was so different that it would be hard to categorize. It was different, and it would get your ear whether you liked it or not. They record Rocket 88 with Jackie Brenston on vocals. It's a great 12-bar blues song. It's got great piano, great sax solos, and a driving guitar that holds the whole song together, and it's got a great little guitar hit on the end. Sam sends the finished song to Chess Records up in Chicago. They were starting to have success selling R&B records. Because Jackie Brenston sang on Rocket 88, the recording was attributed to a new band called Jackie Brenston and his Delta Cats, which was actually Ike Turner and the Kings of Rhythm. Obviously, Ike Turner didn't like this, and it caused friction between Ike and Jackie Brenston for years. Nevertheless, the song comes out in June of 1951 and hits number 1 on the R&B charts, and it's up there for 3 weeks. It sells over 500,000 copies. Back in Memphis, Sam Phillips gives the recording to his DJ buddy, Dewey Phillips. No relation. Dewey has a nightly radio show called Red Hot and Blue. mixing R&B into his playlist for a mostly young white audience. The song is a hit. But as for singer Jackie Brenston, he sells the rights to the song to Sam Phillips for $910. Jackie was quoted years later saying, "I had a hit record and no sense." With the money Sam gets from the rights of the song, he's able to open up Sun Records, and he goes on to record all of these artists later on. Jackie tries his own solo career without much success and returns to Ike's band for the next 10 years. Ike, of course, goes on with great success as a performer and producer. But is Rocket 88 really the first rock and roll song? It's got buzzing guitar, driving rhythm, youthful subject of cars, girls, and innuendo. This is what Ike said about it years later. "I don't think that Rocket 88 is rock and roll. I think that Rocket 88 is R&B, but I think Rocket 88 is the cause of rock and roll existing. Sam Phillips got Dewey Phillips to play Rocket 88 on his program, and this is like the first black record to be played on a white radio station. And man, all the white kids broke out to the record shops to buy it. So that's when Sam Phillips got the idea, well man, if I get me a white boy to sound like a black boy, then I got a gold mine," which is the truth. So that's when he got Elvis and got Jerry Lee and a bunch of other guys, and so they named it rock and roll rather than R&B. And so this is the reason I think rock and roll exists. Not that Rocket 88 was the first one, but that was what caused the first one. What do you think? Was this the first rock and roll song? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'm Tom from West Coast Ramble.